souls. Welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very happy to be coming at you today with a PickACard reading on the topic of how does he perceive you. So this topic specifically applies to those of you who are in heterosexual love connections. I have a string of LGBTQ readings planned coming up next. So I just thought that, right now in the tarot community, there is the attempt to try to make readings general and applicable to everyone. But I just thought this creates a lot of confusion. And with Jupiter at the moment in Pisces, which is a highly confusing, foggy energy, and it's approaching its conjunction with Neptune in Pisces, which will happen in April of this year, I just thought, okay, why not create readings that apply specifically to individual circumstances as much as I can, considering that it is still a general reading. And maybe this will entail more work for my part because I'll have to do more readings in order to cater to the diverse needs of my growing soul family. But I just thought this is something I can definitely do. I enjoy working, I enjoy divinating for you guys, and I do want to bring you as much clarity as possible. So this reading, as I said, it applies specifically to women, and it is about how does your partner, your male counterpart, perceive you. That's why I placed he in the title and not they. And I will create a number of other readings coming up soon for the variety of romantic, sexual, and gendered groups here on my channel. At the same time, you can just listen to this reading if you just want to hang around with me. If you want to have a look at how I divinate, feel free. You're always welcome. I don't want to be exclusive. I don't want to exclusive and excluding. Actually, that's better. That's a better word. I think grammar and syntax and semantics are a little bit topsy-turvy, guys. Expect a lot of mistakes coming up because we are in the shadow of the Mercury retrograde during a Venus retrograde. So I feel that a lot of us still feel a little bit energetically and spiritually hung over. And themes from the past will continue to play out in the first part of this year until spring. So you gotta be very patient. And I would strongly suggest doing what bears do in the winter. Hibernate as much as possible, delay things as much as possible, because no matter how much we try to push the energy towards a specific outcome, in the spirit, it will just not budge. It will not budge. And especially with so much energy in Capricorn, Capricorn being one of the most stubborn signs of the zodiac, together with Taurus, and sometimes Aquarius and Scorpio, the energy is not going to bend to your will. The divine is stepping in at the moment, and our free wills are relatively limited until the 19th of January, when finally the North Node is going to move from Gemini into sturdy, stable Taurus, and it will release the karmic debt that Sagittarius energy has had to pay in the last 18 months. So finally, hopefully, we will see an increase in independence and freedom in our inner fire. And now the karmic debt, unfortunately, is going to be placed on the shoulders of Scorpios. So, following this brief and rather random astrological introduction, maybe some of you needed to hear these messages in this period, I have a choice here for you of 4 different goddesses. I did not pick these goddesses because I like the images. I shuffled my Goddess Power Oracle, and these are the cards that actually popped up. And I think that the themes that appeared speak very strongly of some of our collective needs at the moment. So, for group 1, we have here Iris, communication, or you can go by the crystal that I assigned to her, which is obsidian, very protective stone. For group 2, we have here Ma'at, or truth, the goddess of truth, the goddess that weighs the soul of the dead. Or you can go by the tiger's eye crystal that I have here. Okay. For group 3, we have Mother Mary, the miracle maker, the miracle receiver. And you could go by this mini fluorite obelisk. Or you can choose none other than Kalima, the goddess of liberation. Or you can go by the crystal I attached to her, which is carnelian. And I love this one because the stone that I have, the carnelian crystal that I have, looks like a tiny heart with the veins, with the circulatory system inside of it. So yeah, as you can see, the themes that I have here are communication, truth, miracles, and liberation, which at the moment I feel that these are collective obsessions because we have so little of them going around. So hopefully in this reading we can manifest something beautiful. Hopefully we will break a spell or two. And I do hope that we are able to commune, because when light workers come together, when people of the same soul family come together, indeed, beautiful things happen, miracles can occur, because our energies combined are incredibly powerful, my loves. And yeah, especially I feel that the divine feminines at the moment are a little bit challenged due to this Venus retrograde in Capricorn. But that's where we can change things if we just come together, because there is strength in numbers. Okay, so wow, did not expect these words to pour out of me, but let's let spirit do its thing, okay? So if you've made your choice, then I'm super happy that you're here. I'm super happy that we're able to do this reading together here today. Have a look in the description box below. It's peppered with links, taking you to wherever you need to go, helping you explore the variety of services I have here on offer for you. And yeah, I look forward to divinating you. To divinating for you at your pile. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. Let's find out, how does he perceive you? This is for those of you that were drawn to the iris image, the theme of communication, or the obsidian stone. Obsidian is a stone of protection. Iris is the Greek goddess of rainbows, messengers. She is a very similar energy to the god Hermes, Mercury. She used to be the left hand of Hera, and she's the daughter of Thaumas and Electra. Thaumas is the wondrous, and Electra is a very, in my mind, whenever I think of her, she's a prophet, and she's also a spicy, passionate kind of influence, at least in my personal view. So there is something of a blending of a lot of different energies. The moment I started preparing for your reading, I felt a lot of air filling up in my belly. My belly looks pregnant right now. There is something here about a malfunctioning or an over-functioning sacral chakra. You might have had a lot of betrayal that you had to stomach in your life, or in this connection there was a lack of communication, or communication happened but it was on the surface. It was about a lot of many different details that had nothing to do with profundity. Profundity, is that a word? With a profound exchange of energies, let's put it like that. Depth was lacking. And yeah, I could feel that maybe some of you are pregnant. Maybe you're pregnant with the words that you have not said to the person on your mind. There is, I'm hearing hidden. There's something hidden here, something that needs to be transferred from your lips and your mind to your third eye. So that's about using your intuition more than what you're thinking and the words you're speaking. The words you are speaking need to come from a place of heart, a place of deep insight, rather than just from a mental framework, rather than using your words in a functional way. It's like, I talk about this and this is what I talk about and this is what I'm naming. You know, it's more about, let me take a second, pull my energy back in and really think about what is coming out from myself in my personal communications. I'm getting a sense that also this is the energy of Mercury retrograde. We're already in the shadow of the Mercury retrograde, as I mentioned in the introduction. I think you're gonna have to look over some of the messages, the communications, the emails you have exchanged with the specific person on your mind, but also with many other people in your life, and figure out, how can I say things differently? How can I rephrase things? How can I, yeah, wow, fantastic. And as I'm saying this, my belly is deflating. So it's like there was a big bubble of air in my belly, which talks about you needing to protect yourselves. I'm speaking to a large collective here, so maybe I'm picking up on that. There is something here, protecting yourself with your words. So there is a little bit of defensiveness I'm picking up on. And the more I become aware of it, the more I tackle it, the more the energy in my body flows better, and I'm able to breathe into my belly, and I'm able to relax in trusting, in knowing. Okay, so that was just a beginning message just for you, but let's find out what your person thinks of you. How do they perceive you? What do they think of you? I'm using our tarot because I do feel that this is a highly feminine empowerment deck. And, you know, with all this Venus retrograde energy, themes about femininity are coming up to the surface. I can feel how the divine feminine energy at the moment is a little bit tired, defeated, self-doubting, kind of self-sabotaging as well. So we need to kind of take that energy and really, really hold it at the moment, give it strength. I also have been feeling that one of my strengths, my voice, is really, really raspy, and there's absolutely no reason to be raspy. So there are definitely some divinely guided interferences. There is a bit of a low energy coming through, filtering through the divine feminine collective. So if you're feeling out of sorts, if you're feeling like you're not as confident as you were, if you're feeling like you wake up in the morning and you're a little bit confused or lost, or you can't speak properly, be patient, okay, my love? It has nothing to do with you falling apart, and it has a lot to do with the collective transformational energies at the moment as well, because you are part of the environment is part of you. So we have here the Ace of Swords and Bessie Coleman. A lot of cards dropped to the table. We have the Keeper of Cups. We have an Eleanor Roosevelt. We have 10 of Swords and Lupe Velez. We have the Moon and Mary Shelley. We have Judgment and Sonia Dulab Singh. Oh God, I'm feeling so much anxiety with your group. I feel as if you're also thinking that you want me to go quicker, and I'm not gonna go quicker, just so you know. Because I feel how you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and this is making other people uncomfortable around you, not only you. So I'm not sure what's happening with you, group one, but let's cleanse the energy a little bit. I feel a lot of irritation. You're super irritated, you're super annoyed. And it's hard for me sometimes, guys, when I feel that the collective is not at its best. It's hard for me sometimes to tap into these energies. One thing I would say with your person is that they are thinking of you a lot. We have the Eight of Cups. As you can see, a lot of cards dropped here on the table. Nellie Bly. We have the High Priestess, Hildegard of Bingen. And we also have Strength, Katie Sanduina. Okay, yeah. There is something here with the energy. I feel that you need to move. I feel that something needs to happen in your reading to kind of shake things up, to make the flow of energy. I feel like deep breathing is necessary in your life at the moment. You're super stressed out. You are incredibly stressed out. Like, the more I try to tap into your energy, the harder it is for me to concentrate, to focus. Take a deep breath in. Let's take one together, okay? 3, 2, 1, and there we go. It's beautiful. Yeah, feel free to put your hand on top of my hand. Touch the screen now. Yeah, okay, good. It's really, really important that you take some time to rest, that you take some time to let go of anxiety. You could be having a lot of anxiety when you're thinking of your person, in which case it's really important to take a step back from thinking about your person. Sometimes when we picture our person, we feel into their own energy, especially if you're highly empathetic. And if your person is stressed, you might be picking up on their stress. Emotional contagion is a real thing. It happens so easily between children and parents, but it can also happen between you and a person you are deeply connected to, especially if this is a soulmate. Let's get into the interpretation of your cards, because I feel so distracted about the messages that I've dropped to the table, and there are a lot of them. It's like a lot has been happening, but maybe you didn't have time to process it, okay? Good, so following this personal management of your energy. Let's see what your person is thinking. I think sometimes it's hard for you to see the distinction between you and another person, your thoughts and your feelings, and another person's thoughts and their feelings. You could tend to overlap the boundaries. You could absorb another person's energy, your person's energy, and you could think, oh, it's my own feeling. So for example, if they are anxious or angry, you absorb that anger, you absorb that anxiety, and then you might wake up in the morning and think, why am I so angry? Why am I so anxious? Well, it's because you absorbed it from your partner, from the person on your mind. I feel like for those of you that are in a no contact, no separation situation, you would like to absorb more of your person's energy. And it's like you've reached the point where you're like, I don't care if they're in a bad mood. I want to just be by their side. And it's not a great way to handle a healthy connection when you're absorbing the other person's negative energy. So let's see. The Ace of Swords. Definitely your person thinks that you could work a little bit on your communication skills. I'm really sorry to say this, but the Ace of Swords is that beginning communication efforts. I think that you have the potential to grow into a really good communicator, but there are things that are blocking you from truly expressing yourself. I'm not sure why, but you see, Iris is crying tears of rainbow colored tears, right? I kind of see this stamp on her face, or this tattoo on her face, these marks on her face as tears. And crying rainbows, that's such a strange feeling, isn't it? Crying rainbows. It's like inside you could be carrying a very big sadness, but on the outside you're showing the world, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm okay. Like in that meme of the dog in a burning house that is just saying, oh, I'm perfectly fine, everything is okay. So I have a feeling that maybe you were brought up to express exactly the opposite of what it is you're feeling. You could have a square between Mercury and the moon, or an opposition between Mercury and the moon in your chart, which means that your communication and your feelings are wired in the opposite way in which they should be wired. When you would have a trine or a sextile or a conjunction, your feelings and your capacity to express them just flows naturally without obstacles. But I'm getting a sense that with you it kind of goes like and you might misrepresent yourself. You could feel love and you could say, I hate you. You could want to comfort somebody, but then you would just start judging them. And it's not something that you're doing in a conscious way, especially if they're, as I said, if Mercury is connected to the moon in your chart in some way. I feel like you're learning by interacting with your person and with other people in your environment how to develop this innate, wonderful communication capacity. But you have to put some work in your communication skills, and your person is actually seeing this about you. So I'm really liking this energy. I like the fact that they're able to see your capacity to grow into things, you know, because not that many men are willing to see women or their partners in such a deeply psychological way. Like sometimes they stop at the material thing, at what they, you know, the beauty. The beauty can sometimes dumb partners, especially, I guess, from my experience in heterosexual connection, because of the whole traditional implications of the man needs to be strong and the woman needs to be beautiful, you know. So some people kind of stop at that level, at the superficial level. But I really like the energy of your person because they see your faults. If you want to see it as a fault, I see it as a strength. I see it as potential here. And I really like your person's energy because they see the potential in you. Okay, so let's keep it moving. We have the Keeper of Cups, the second card. There is a need for order, for structure in your connection. Maybe you guys have a North Node in Virgo or a North Node in Libra. I was getting this very strongly earlier, so I feel the need to mention it, which is a lot about, you know, following due procedures, communicating, putting your incredible passion and thoughts and ideas into words, not keeping them all for yourself. I have here a person that is beginning to feel things for you. So I'm not sure what the connection is here yet. I do think this is somebody from your past. I am tempted to say this because of the Eight of Cups. But I feel that this person might have walked away from you, might have needed to retreat, not to go towards other options, but because they needed time to really understand what it is that they're feeling. And I feel that they're realizing right now that they're falling in love with you. Yeah, and see, I'm very doubtful, I'm very slow, I'm very procedural about how I express myself at the moment. This is this person's energy. They had to pull away from you in order to test how it is that they're feeling about you. They might have needed to lose you as well with the Eight of Cups here. It's like, I'm gonna let you go and test the universe and see if I still think about you, if I still feel feelings for you, then it means that you are somebody important to me. This person didn't trust their own judgment, so they needed the separation, they needed this no contact, they needed to hide their communication from you, even ghost you in certain cases, because they needed to understand what it is that they're feeling about the situation. And in the process, this person is also teaching you patience, and it's helping you go over certain communication patterns, which I feel that you also need to accomplish in this lifetime, which is part of your destiny. Like, you really need to pay attention to how you speak and the words you use. You could have Mercury conjunct Saturn, Mercury in Capricorn, Mercury conjunct Pluto as well, or some really interesting aspects to Saturn, Pluto, the moon, yeah, Mercury and the moon, Mercury and Saturn, Mercury and Pluto. So in a way, this person is a helper. They are helping you achieve your karmic destiny, but it's not a very comfortable energy, because I feel that it's not comfortable for you to focus on the communication aspect. I feel that there is a lot of projection happening here, where, because we have the Ten of Swords and we have the moon, so it's a lot about, sometimes I feel like you adopt this energy where you think of your person and it's like, oh, it's his fault, he didn't talk to me, he didn't communicate with me, he said something awful, he ghosted me. But I think that if you take a step back and if you genuinely look at what has been going on in your connection, yes, some massive communication blocks in this group. Okay, let me just clear the energy again, because don't worry, there are some really beautiful things happening, but there is a hurdle here that you guys need to go over at the moment, and that's why it's a big lesson, and this lesson has to do with communication. No wonder that you are drawn towards it. Yeah, I can already feel that the energy is much better. Thank you. So, it's about you understanding what you are projecting onto your other person. This person serves as a very beautiful mirror to your faults. And it is a very humbling process that is happening right now between you and your partner. Sometimes people appear in our lives to help bring up to the surface our shadow self. And in connection with this person, by loving them, by thinking about them, by being a little bit obsessed with them, you are working on shadow aspects of yourself that have to do with communication. And I am 100% convinced, for the majority of you that chose this group, that these shadow aspects of communication have to do with you fulfilling your North Node in Libra, North Node in Virgo, potentially even North Node in Gemini destiny, which would make your South Node, your place of comfort, being like a Sagittarius, like a Pisces, and like an Aries. And none of these signs are particularly famous for being great communicators, in spite of the fact that they are highly intelligent. So there is something here about letting go of impulsivity, letting go of passion, and choosing peace, choosing politeness, and choosing to spend time talking to people. No matter how annoying that might be, no matter how difficult that might be, truly spending time listening to the other person's perspective, taking their viewpoint into your own understanding of the world in which you live in, not jumping to conclusions, not quickly getting bored, not shutting down the conversation, not delivering mixed messages as well. Because this person is confusing you because you are confusing them. And I feel that deep clarity is needed here. And I feel that there was also a betrayal that you found out about, a secret that was revealed, potentially something related to pregnancy, something related to maybe you found out that you're pregnant and you're no longer with this person. You found out that this person left and got somebody else pregnant. I'm seeing here different strands of energy, okay? But whatever the case might be, I am getting a very strong feeling like this person cannot get you off their mind, because in much the same way that they are transformative to you and they are holding up this mirror, it's like, look, I'm showing you your negative aspects, okay? This connection is very challenging because they are showing you what you find very hard to accept about yourself, because you tend to think that those parts, your messiness, maybe the lack of, how should I say this in a PR way? I'm just gonna say it, okay? Lack of verbal skills, yeah? Maybe those energies are something that you find it very hard to stomach. They trigger you, they make you pull back, they make you maybe retaliate. And I feel that you do the same to your partner. You, because you guys are very alike. That's the thing. I'm getting a sense that once these energies are purged, once the mirroring, the karmic mirroring stops, you guys are able to flow into one another very beautifully. And it's interesting because it's Mary Shelley, right? She wrote Frankenstein, and Frankenstein is all about the doctor that created the beast, the monster, by piecing together parts and bits. And in the end, the creation looked horrifying, right? But nonetheless, Frankenstein was kind and in a way was looking for his own humanity. And I think this is what's happening at the moment. You're not at all enjoying this process. It's difficult, it's painful, but it has to happen. The Judgment card, Pluto energy, deep soul transformation, through you being challenged in this connection, through you being criticized, through you needing to stomach a lot of uncomfortable truths. That's the thing. We're going back to what we began with, the belly resistance, the problem breathing, the anxiety. You need to stomach a lot of uncomfortable truths about yourself in this period, but this process will make you so powerful if you allow it to happen, if you silence the ego. Because guys, remember, the ego is what causes us an endless pain. The self is always curious, the self is always exploring, the self is always like, oh, okay, I'm learning right now about pain, I'm learning right now about betrayal, I'm learning right now about, beauty and tenderness. The ego is the one that's like, no, how could you do this to me? Oh my God, who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's the difference. Self, silent, peaceful. Ego, alarm bells ringing. Resistance, muscles tightening. So, Judgment. Emerging out of lower vibrational energies, of hating parts of yourself. This person sees you for who you are. Oh my God, it's beautiful energy. I do think that you guys are meant to be together, because look, after the storm comes a very quiet, beautiful energy. And that's what I kept the best for last, yeah? These are also the final cards that appeared in your reading. The High Priestess and Strength. This is Pisces and Leo energy. We have here Pluto. It might be a Scorpio as well. We have here the Moon. The Moon to me is always Cancer. I know that traditionally in Tarot, this card appears as Pisces energy. To me, is Cancer. So we have here Pisces as well. So if this reading applies to certain Pisceans out there, then it was doubly confirmed. I feel the energy of shaking. My hand is shaking at the moment, and I'm trying to become aware of why. This person feels quite nervous around you, quite intimidated by you. They perceive you as somebody that is deeply wounded, somebody that gets triggered easily. But they see you for who you are. They see you in your most vulnerable self. They see the potential you have to grow. And this is why I think that this person is a really wonderful counterpart to you. But being together with this person requires a lot of strength because the connection is not going to feel 100% comfortable. And I do want you to keep in mind that this is not a toxic partner, because you might be thinking, oh, this person is not making me feel good, then they're toxic. No, there is a difference between a person that actively manipulates you, actively harms you, and a person that sees your potential to grow, but they also see some parts of yourself that need to mature, sees your innate abilities, but they also are telling you the truth about where you might be mistaken from time to time. I'm getting a connection that has a lot of Saturn and Pluto aspects. This person functions as some sort of dharmic teacher. So they are meant to put you on your destined path, but they will do so by being a little bit strict, by criticizing you, by holding up a mirror to your faults. So you could go through these periods where you need to be away from them because you experience shame. I feel that the person mirrors this experience to you back. So you also intimidate them. You also act like a teacher to them. You also, by putting your sadness, your sense of disappointment, and whatever betrayal you might have felt into words, you are shaming this person. And shame is a very social emotion. It shows us that we want to maintain social connections. And this is why we feel this rush of blood to the face, like, oh, I did something I was not supposed to be doing. And now I fear being socially excluded. I feel being shunned. I fear being isolated or neglected. So shame is actually quite a powerful emotion that if we manage to overcome the initial emotional charge, we can figure out constructive steps towards repairing the situation. Does that make sense? The point of shame is not to make you drown your sorrow in alcohol or escape or completely forego talking to a certain person. The point of shame is that it helps you grow. It helps us bridge broken connection, mend situations that we thought are not possible. And if you manage to actually do that, take that energy in, you will give yourself a growth leveling up that you have yet to experience in other parts of your life. So this person is a wonderful teacher to you. Secrets. We have here whisper, confidences, and sharing. And also we have here bloom. As I said, this person sees potential with you. I feel that they consider you a long-term partner. You could be younger than this person or younger in spirit if you are not younger in years. And I feel that secrets, you guys, they see you as a confidant. I feel that this person feels that they could talk to you about their deepest, darkest experiences. Primarily because you guys have this complicated connection. And again, I feel like I want to rush forward with what I am feeling rather than patiently wait for things to unravel. I really hope you're taking this energy in good heart. You know, I hope you came to this reading with an open heart. It's not at all my intention to make you feel uncomfortable. I am feeling with you the uncomfortableness of this connection, but also I feel what a wonderful space, what a field of perception is opening up here for you to grow and to level up and to experience more joy, more empowerment in your life, you know? So this is a wonderful blessing in disguise. You can bloom in this connection. The keywords are recognition, acknowledgement, and being seen. I feel that this is a person that could even help you in your work, like maybe make you a better writer, make you a better worker, a better employee, a better assistant, you know? And I think that this is why the energy is a little bit tough. I'm being reminded of Don Draper and Peggy. If you guys have seen Mad Men, this is the energy that I'm picking up here. There is sexual tension, but not necessarily expressed. And there is that teacher-disciple kind of energy, right? Training you to become the best. And in the end, you end up kind of like exceeding the master, right? So this is the energy I see here. I'm getting very strong Leo, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer energies, Pluto as well, Pluto in Scorpios, potentially Pluto in Sagittarius, Pluto in Libra. Communication is really important in this connection, and I think that this person is teaching you how to speak from your heart, how to speak with compassion. Yeah, I'm being drawn back to the initial cards that you guys had here. Yeah, the Ace of Swords and the Keeper of Cups. This is the reading that I had for you, group 1. I really hope it made sense. It was a little bit tough, a bit of tough love for you today from Spirit, but I do think that this person holds you in a very high regard and they perceive you beautifully. It's just that there is a lot of room here to grow and to teach each other a lot of lessons that might be uncomfortably to stomach from time to time. I wish you good luck on your endeavors and hope to see you in my next one. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. Let's find out, how does he perceive you? This is for those of you that were drawn to Ma'at, Truth, and to the Tiger's Eye Crystal. So I do need to say group 2's energy was very charged energetically, a little bit on the negative side, I have to say. I had to take a couple of cleansing breaths, and I also felt the urge to take my socks off for your reading. So I'm getting a sense that cleansing is happening for you. There is a feeling of liberation. A truth is bubbling up to the surface. It can no longer be contained. Your person might want to tell you the truth about a specific matter. I also feel like you've been through a lot. I feel that you've been holding on very strong. I mean, I just keep looking at this card and you see how her hands are very peacefully placed on her chest, on her heart chakra. There's this light emanating. This is the energy of being very brave, Tiger's Eye, very courageous, even through difficult times, and choosing to be like a bright light, choosing to see the lesson and the optimistic streak in any negative, challenging, low vibrational attack that happened to you. It's a bit of a sad energy because I feel that not many rewards have appeared in your life so far, even though you did put on so much courage and you did held this very brave face in front of the world, and you invested a lot of energy in this connection. And I don't think it's just in the connection itself. I think that this person appeared more or less as a reward. Really? Okay, good. So this person appeared as a reward. This could be a hidden reward, a reward that has not yet been unpacked. It's kind of like when you find a gift under the Christmas tree, but you're not yet allowed to open it. So the tension is building. So the rewards are coming in. That was very beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Because I was just about to say that you might not have received any physical, tangible rewards for all this good work you've been putting in. I'm just hearing delayed hope. Delayed pleasure. Okay, good. God bless. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Oh, the Emperor, Victoria. Definitely your energy is very different than group 1's. 8 of Wands. So we have here Ludmila Pavlichenko. I mean, I want to tell you a surprise, guys, but this is also my group. So I'm trying to be detached from the outcome and emotionally unbiased. But 9 of Wands. We have here Jovita or Jovita Idar. 8 of Wands to the 9 of Wands. Things that were progressing very fast suddenly came to a standstill. Resistance, the Chariot, but they will be moving on forward. This person sees you as dynamic, the boss, being on top of your game. They see you as quick as well, but also stubborn and resistant. 3 of Cups. I've just unblocked it for you because it arrived blocked. They see you as a person that is not very chill. You're not spending a lot of time having fun in life. You should have more fun in your life. You should spend more time doing reckless, irresponsible things, but I think that's not your groove. That's not your style. 5 of Wands, you're combative. I think that you don't really like to argue just for argument's sake, but when something has been trespassed, when you have been disrespected, or when somebody took more freedom with you than they were allowed to, you retaliate. You let them know, hey, you cannot do this. 3 of Swords, you broke this person's heart. This person feels that you're a heartbreaker, that you are a person that could easily open up a connection with somebody else while you are in a commitment with them. I'm not saying necessarily this is how you are, but this is how they perceive you, okay? So keep that emotionally detached perspective in mind as I'm interpreting. So they do perceive you in this way, and potentially if there is a no contact, no movement communication, no movement situation, no communication, I want to say 2 things at the same time, between the 2 of you, then I think that it's because this person is apprehensive. They're a little bit afraid of being just another option in your life and not the option. This person could have short black hair, because I see a short black hair on my Chariot card. You could receive an action could be taken from this person towards you very soon. We have here the Ace of Pentacles, a gift coming in. Murasaki Shikibu. This person could see you as a gift. They could even give you a gift related to Japan, something Japanese. Maybe a peace offering. It could be. There is something here that I see with the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe they might give you like a white flag or something. Something very light-hearted, like, let's settle our differences. Let's stop resisting. It could be a dragon or something. I'm seeing that a dragon theme is somehow important. Maybe this person is born in the Chinese year of the dragon. Maybe they have a dragon tattoo. Maybe dragons were somehow significant in your connection. I'm hearing wolves as well. Wolves could be very significant as animal spirits, maybe jewelry or rings. I'm getting the sense that this person sees you as a fighter, a boss, a leader, but a person that attains whatever they have acquired at great personal sacrifice. I feel that you're a person that likes to be in control, in charge, you're organized, you have all your ducks in a row, you're quick. You quickly, as soon as you figure out that there is something missing or a mistake has been done, especially in your business, at work, in your professional life, you quickly act and you change it. You put up a fight if somebody tries to put you down, if somebody tries to break the boundaries of what you have built, you set them right. It's like, no, you're not gonna mess with me, you're not gonna mess with my family, with my house, with my business. I'm not gonna let you. You quickly step into action. This person sees you as like almost like a superstar. You have a very strong masculine energy within yourself, and I think that you attracted a man with a very strong feminine energy. And if there are problems in this connection regarding who initiates, who communicates, it's mostly due to the fact that you could be a very feminine looking woman with a very strong masculine essence, and your partner could be the opposite, very strong masculine looking man with a very strong feminine essence. Or they could even be a man that has some baby features. They could look a little bit effeminate, they could look a little bit sensitive or shy or demure, while you could be very, like, just energetically, you could be very boom, out there, you know, unafraid. You're unafraid. You speak the truth. You're very bold, direct. And you can imagine, like, when you have a person like this around you, you would feel intimidated too, right? This person is excited by your truth speaking and also mortified by it, because it feels that being with you will mean that they will constantly need to be on their toes, that they cannot do anything wrong, because you will you'll feel it, you'll know it. I'm getting a sense that if you guys had a no communication, separation that happened between the two of you, when this person returns, you're just gonna be like, what took you so long? Because you are very certain that this person will return. It's that kind of confidence that both scares this person and titillates them. This person really wants to bring more fun in your life. They want to take the pressure from your shoulders. They want to get you to relax more. They love it when you're happy, relaxed, and loose. I think that this person, if you had any opportunities to have a glass of wine or to dine a little bit with this person, to put your feet up, to chill, this person made a very fond memory of you in that setup, and they feel that you're very different. You can be very different. You can be very stern and stoic and on top of your game, and you wake up in the morning and you go like, okay, how many emails do I have to answer? I need to plan, I need to organize, I need to contact this, I need to do that, I need to, get supplies, I need to create. While at the same time, I feel that when you relax, you are this kind of person that can get quite passionate. You can jump on a table and dance on it. You can be a very passionate lover as well. I feel that you're not really afraid in the bedroom to try out different things, to spice things up. I think that you like a little bit of roughness. You like a little bit of playfulness, like two big cats scratching each other's back in the bedroom. That's kind of what I see here as well. So this person sees your spicy soul, your spicy nature, but it is very safely and neatly tucked behind a very professional, business-like demeanor. Yeah, there is a little bit of an ice queen lava spirit inside of you. That's kind of the dichotomy. And interestingly enough, I'm getting a sense that you're able to balance this very well, because Ma'at is holding the divine scale on which she's able to weigh the souls of people that have died on the same level as a feather. And if your soul, you lived a guilty-free life, your conscious is light, then it will match up to the feather, and Ma'at is able to allow you into heaven. And if not, if you have lived a very sinful life, if it has been very difficult for you to come into the afterlife with a relatively light consciousness, then you will be sent back onto the earthly plane to redo some of the lessons. Yeah, so you're able to balance things out, but I feel that this person wants to unbalance you from time to time, just to see other hidden parts of yourself. This person is, they have a little bit of a psychological bent. It's like they want to know what triggers you. They want to know what excites you. They want to be able to just say something or pull a pin and detonate the grenade inside of you. I don't think it's because this person wants to use this power against you, although I am getting a little bit of anxiety from this person. So from time to time, they might create drama just for the sake of drama, just for the sake of seeing your hair out of place, and seeing how will you handle a crazy situation when you're so composed. But I genuinely think that this person wants to love both sides of you, and that's why they're doing it. They want to see your fire and they want to see your ice, and they don't just want you to get stuck in one cardboard version of yourself. You are both of these things, and this person wants to reach deep down to the core of who you are. Wow, this person could have Scorpio placements, Mars in Scorpio, Pluto in Scorpio, Saturn in Scorpio, North Node in Scorpio. Scorpios are never satisfied when there's peace in their life. And this is how they self-sabotage their capacity to actually feel and experience love in this world, because love is peace. But to Scorpios, love is drama most of the time. And especially unevolved Scorpionic energy, unevolved Plutonics, they just stir up a lot of chaos and a lot of drama, because when things are quiet, they hurt, they suffer. They feel that I'm suffocating with all this peace, with all this stability and abundance. There's a reason why Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio. Taurus, stability, peace, love, beauty, not stirring crazy things up. Scorpio, chaos, emotional upheaval, intensity, sexuality, drama, power. So there is something here about coming to terms with the understanding that love is peace, but also from time to time, in order to feel alive, you get to experience passion as well. And it's the careful balancing of the two, peace and passion, that creates this beautiful light. This person is helping you face certain parts of yourself that you have been a little bit afraid of getting to know. And that part of yourself, especially that I see it here, is your volcanic, passionate nature, your desires, your heart. There's a lot of red that permeates through these cards, you know. And red speaks about carnality, lust, passion, blood, right? It's not necessarily about splattering blood everywhere, but it is about feeling the blood boil underneath your skin, which can be created when you're incredibly aroused, when you're incredibly excited, and when you are angry. And these energies are triggered in you by this individual, who I think might have been doing this unconsciously in the past just to see how you react. And now I'm getting a sense that it's like they want to build with you. It's incipient efforts, but they want to build something with you. Because you are a force to reckon with. You are truly a force of nature with the Chariot and the Emperor. Poof. Aries and Cancer energies. This is about spiritual emotionality that leads other people, that inspires, that guards and protects. You are not only a spiritual warrior, but you're like a light protector as well. You protect what is right. You want to do what is right. But in order to live life as a whole being, you also have to accept your shadow self, and this person is helping you do exactly that. So they might show you a part of yourself that you don't enjoy, which is potentially the fact that you can break hearts quite easily. You're becoming aware of that aspect of yourself. But nonetheless, I think that this person is able to grow through that pain and reach you on a very deep level. Because I think that ultimately they do love your fire. They love your eyes. They love your fire. I'm not seeing like full, complete soulmate type of love here, but I'm seeing that there is a beautiful flow between you two. There is the capacity for you to live through some really important times. And I see here that definitely a gift, an offer is coming soon, potentially even a ring for some of you, after a period of heartbreak. Yeah. So this is how your person perceives you. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. I really liked it. I really like the energy. You're going to have a lot of fun with this person if you allow them back into your life. And you're incredibly powerful. Yeah, really powerful. And this person sees that. So thank you so much, Group 2. I hope to see you in my next one. Hey, Group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's find out, how does he perceive you? This is for those of you that were drawn to Mary, or the miracles word, and this beautiful fluorite obelisk. Okay, I'm getting a very peaceful vibe with your group. I changed my position here. I'm feeling much more in charge, in control. This is interesting. I was feeling a little bit tired with you guys. I'm not going to lie, but it's almost as if you acknowledged your tiredness and you're actively working to somehow overcome it. This can be in a variety of areas in your life. It doesn't have to be just in love, but it's like you reached some sort of a low point and now you can only go upwards from that moment on. So well done. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Miracles. I think that you're becoming more hopeful. I think that you've let go of a bad habit. You're changing something in your life that is bringing in a lot of light in. No wonder that you were drawn towards Mary. So maybe you're letting go of an addiction, Maybe you're letting go of a bad habit. Maybe you're doing some therapeutic work that is helping you break through unconscious parental received patterns. And some of you could have even started a daily routine of praying. You might have gone back to your faith if you deviated a little bit from the path, or you're starting right now to get into faith-based principles, practices, and I'm hearing daily blessings. You should watch my other reading, Your Spiritual Baptism. I think it would benefit you a lot in this period. It's going to be in my Pick a Card playlist, but I can also actually screen cap it here on the screen. So we have here Nine of Pentacles, Khadijah. Oh my God, yes, yes. So this is a feeling at home within yourself, within your body, feeling materially and financially balanced. I felt the need to close my eyes because I feel how good it is to be within. Your interior is blossoming at the moment. It doesn't matter what's happening with the exterior. Maybe you're getting some pimples. Maybe, your neighbors are a bit crazy. Maybe there's a lot of dust in your household and you need to clean it up. But within yourself, it's like there is this golden energy pouring through, and it's making all the joints and the bones and the muscles like free-flowing. It's connecting, it's binding them. You guys might have also received some pretty good news regarding your health. Maybe you had a health scare. Maybe you recovered from a particular tough situation. It's pretty common at the moment with the pandemic. But I feel like you feel alive again after a period of being very low, almost like being on a flat line of existence. Now it's like you're rising above. The Lovers, wow. Yes, and we have Jane Addams and Ellen Gates Star. For a second I thought, did I tell you that it was Khadijah or Khadija? Yeah, so the Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles, self-love central. This is who you are at the moment. I'm so happy to see this confirmation, because most of the time I'm telling you guys about, keeping up with your self-love routine or, how to do it. But I feel that in your case, it's just congratulations. You are doing it very well at the moment. You are in a very beautiful flow of self-love. We also have here the Ten of Wands, and this is Wu Zetian, and it was blocked. I just unblocked it for you. You struggled a little bit to release something. It was difficult. It wasn't so easy as you thought it would be. Maybe initially you thought, I got this, I can control this, and then it's like circumstances. Yeah, and I'm taking this power pose as well. My legs are spread. I'm like, I got this now. But it's like life put you through a little bit of a carousel ride, right? It really had to dive you deep and really low in order for you to rise back up. And I'm getting a sense that the person that you have on your mind had something to do with it as well. We have here the Four of Wands, Corazon Aquino. And we also have Keeper of Swords, and this is Huda Sharavi or Sha'aravi. Keeper of Swords, Four of Wands. The person on your mind is in love with you. They're in love with how well you take care of yourself, with how resilient you are, how strong you are. They see you as a marriage partner. I think religion has something to do with it. You could be Muslim. You could be in love with somebody who is Muslim, and maybe there are certain regulations regarding how you get to interact with a member of the opposite sex. And you guys are really respectful of that. We have the Four of Wands here and the Nine of Pentacles, and I was very drawn to the Arab world because of the yeah, see, Spirit confirming that, because of the two cards here. Or you could just be Asian in general. It doesn't have to be necessarily from the Arab Peninsula or Muslim. There is something here, or you could be Asian and Muslim. There is something here about finally listening to your heart, finally dealing with something that was stuck and was rotting within your soul, within your spirit, you're taking those things out. Maybe there were some psychic attacks, some energetic strings, some gray tendrils that were affecting your aura, and you're finally doing the work to cleanse that, to release it. There is a red string connecting you to your beloved. I feel that you hold them in such high regard. I feel that potentially you might have recently changed homes, or you're working towards making your home. I feel that you see this person as your home and they see you as a long-term partner. We have the home here. We have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is usually the 4 pillars that you create in order to prepare the grounds for a wedding to take place. The 4 candles you light, the 4 torches that guide you through the night, releasing an ancestor's body onto the water on a burning pyre. You could have lost somebody and now you're recuperating. Your heart has healed from that difficult situation, and I feel that at the moment you're finding so much strength to move forward. You've completed a cycle of actions that were karmic. You had to put a lot of effort into your work. You had to hustle. This person sees this. By the way, what I'm saying here is how your person is perceiving you. So this person sees how hardworking you are, how committed to your faith, to your personal development you are, how loving you are, how loyal to your values you are. You stand in your self-worth with so much grace and intuition and knowledge that this person, I feel, just wants to be by your side. You're also making it rain with money at the moment, which I think is helping you take very good care of yourself. You could be investing in some new beauty treatments. Maybe you have had some work done. Not necessarily just cosmetic surgery, but maybe you had to undergo a certain type of surgery. Maybe you had to reconstruct your skin after some burning or some scarring. Maybe you finally dealt with a birth deformity. Maybe you recently, worked on your teeth, or you completed a dental program. And this has been something that has been very difficult for you to handle throughout your life, and now it has been completed, and you feel a sense of relief. You feel pride for the fact that you're able to pay for it, for the fact that you finally underwent the pain and the discomfort that goes with all of these physical changes. And you're happy and relieved that it all went according to plan. This person sees your growth. They admire you, they respect you, they respect your religion, they respect your beliefs, they respect your physicality, and also your capacity to stand up and say something that bothers you, your resilience. You're a person that I don't think easily jumps into action. You tend to be quite reflective. They like that about you. They like how you're able to maintain grace under pressure. With the Keeper of Swords here, I feel that this is grace under pressure kind of personality. People might be arguing around you. They might be throwing callous words at each other. You're just able to sit there calmly and take both perspectives in, and then you say a really important thing that helps the two parties negotiate. Maybe you had to solve a family conflict or a spiritual religious conflict. Maybe you're fighting for letting go of oppression against women. I'm hearing religious oppression against women in your region. Maybe you're trying to get women access to hygiene products or access to medical environments, and there are certain negative voices working against you in that environment. Maybe you want to help women make choices regarding their bodies, and it's not permitted in your culture, so you have to fight a lot. You have to struggle with a lot of bureaucracy and naysayers. But you're very resilient. Taurus energy comes up very strongly. I see Gemini here as well. Virgo, and potentially even Capricorn. You're really into perfecting, cleansing, and purifying your environment. I don't know why, but I feel very self-conscious of my eyebrow here in your reading. So maybe you were focusing on my eyebrow not being that perfect. Sorry guys, I have irregular eyebrows. This is just what's happening. there is a perfectionist streak coming from you, I have to say. A sense of self-consciousness, because you're very tough with yourself in terms of keeping up with a very good look, you know, a very good, perfect look. And you might sometimes project this onto other people. But in a way, that thing is also your strength. I need more clarifiers a little bit here because I'm not getting, let's see. Yeah. Listen and confidence. I feel like your person would like you to listen more to what they have to say, to listen more to them, because I think you're a person that has her own mind, and you're very confident, and you don't really like to listen to other people's opinions, or it's because you have been challenged throughout your life so many times by critical opinion that have no factual basis. You stopped listening from some point of view. It's like, no, blah, la, 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 you know. You're only taking in the minimal in order to help you succeed with your plans, because you had to be very strong. You had to be very resilient. You had to, you know, push through. You had to push through. But this person in this connection would like you to listen more to them. The keywords are paying attention, dialogue, and communicating. And for the confidence card, the keywords are pride, pause, and assurance. I think that you had a couple of successes in your life which have helped you develop a very strong sense of self that might be working against you in this love connection. This is about learning to be flexible, about learning to be this authority in your charitable projects, in your social work, in your professional work. I feel like a lot of you have taken a cause and you're fighting for that cause, which is wonderful. At the same time, in love, you kind of need to let go of that fighting. You kind of need to surrender. You need to surrender a little bit. And to be open to not knowing. To be curious about the other person's state of mind and state of heart, to ask them frequently a lot of questions, not to assume, not to jump to conclusions too quickly. So it's about maintaining a flexible attitude between the strong work that you are doing and how resilient and confident and protective and diligent you are in your work. But then in your private life, and especially in this connection with this person, if you want to help the energy move forward, it's about understanding how to be more in a feminine energy, be more receptive about what this person is telling you, listen to them a little bit more, and maintain a dialogue. Maintain a dialogue. Things don't have to be so clear-cut, so firm, and so decided. They can be loose. You can allow some space between a form of conversation and another one. You don't have to quickly react to a message, because you might change your mind about what you might want to say. You might say it in a lighter way. You might say it in a deeper way. It's interesting. You might want to watch group 1 as well. We had some interesting messages there about communication. I don't feel that you have such strong communication blocks as group 1 had, but I'm getting a sense here that your person can see you sometimes as too prideful. Yeah, too prideful. And they would like you to listen to them more, you know? It's like, I'm hearing, just listen to me. Listen to what I have to say, woman. That's kind of the vibrational energy I'm getting. But it's done from a very... It's done from a nice place, you know? They want to tease you a little bit because you're too serious. That's what I'm hearing. Want another card? Yeah, the 11th house, the edge. Come to the edge, yeah? I think that you're a person that's very set in her ways, with so much coin energy, wands. We have wands. We have a beautiful balance of everything here, to be honest, but the 9 of Pentacles really pulled me in. So you're a very beautiful, stable person, and things have been working out for you because you are so stable and so full of self-worth and so confident. But I think the divine is saying, I want you to adapt a little bit to a new rhythm. just as the bubble of air came up through my neck, there is something new that I'm bringing in your life, and I want you to make friends with it. I want to see how you adapt in love. Can you adapt? The 11th house speaks about vocation. This could be somebody that you connected with through your work, that you met through your work, through a group of friends. The 11th house is about the group of team workers, co-workers, students, research, lab partners, work wife, work husband, disciples, apprentices that help us fulfill our legacy, our professional path, which is the 10th house. In astrology, just as a side note, guys, you need to consider the houses as how they support one another, and especially how the cadent houses support the strong, I forgot the word for it right now, but basically the houses that are the backbone of the zodiacal chart, which are the 1st, the 7th, the 4th, and the 10th. So that would be the ascendant, the descendant, the moon coeli, and the midheaven. So what supports your backbone? Who supports you in your life as you're going out chasing dragons, battling demons, fulfilling your vocation? And I think it's this person, but you need to allow them to come into your life, and you can do so through friendly communication, through listening to them as well, through empowering them, not expecting them to be on the same level as you are. Because I'm getting a sense that this person could be either younger or older than you. They could be new in the area of life at which you already are a master. They need some guidance from you. So they want to learn from you, and you can only learn from another person if you're open to communicating about what you already know, to listening and speaking, not just to doing one of the two. Friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, and the future. This is Aquarius energy. Saturn and Aquarius could be testing your connection at the moment, in which case the challenges will melt away from your life in March 2023 when Saturn completes its transit. But up until then, it might be lesson upon lesson as to how you can become more flexible in your life and how you can make space for love in what I see as being a really strongly professional determination and professional vocation. I think ultimately you will make space, because you see there are these two beings of light that are kissing. You will make space. I mean, we started off with the lovers. This person is slowly falling in love with you, and they see you as a commitment, as a long-term commitment. They want to put in the work. They want to communicate more with you. They would like you to work less and pay more attention to them. But if this is not possible, then at least carve out some space for them to talk to you more. Because I'm getting a sense that you can sometimes be dismissive of this person's efforts to draw your attention to them because you're so busy fulfilling your vocation, your destiny. So this is how they perceive you. A true professional, person with high values, definitely somebody that they want by their side because of your radiant self-worth and self-love. So I hope you have enjoyed this reading, Group 3. This is what I had for you, and I really hope to see you in my next one. Hey Group 4, welcome to your reading. Let's find out, how does he perceive you? This is for those of you that were drawn to Kali, liberation, or, wow, something completely escaped my mind, carnelian. I know what this is, but for a moment I forgot what it was. For a moment you forgot who you were in connection to this individual. Interesting, let's find out. So maybe this is why you're seeking your liberation. I do need to say that this is a very lusty connection, because in between your group and Group 3's reading, I had to stop and eat. I had to replenish myself. It's almost as if this person has been sucking you of life force, of energy, with an overemphasis on lust. And my cat is trying to come to the table. So usually when she wants to enter into a reading, it's a clear indication that there is some negative energy that has to be cleansed here between you and this individual that I am getting a sense was low vibrational. Let's see what the cards have to say. The Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting the sense that you could have been dealing with a player. The person on your mind could be a player. There are many cards that dropped to the table and face down. This person is keeping their cards close to their chest. They perceive you as warm, happy, optimistic, life-loving, lucky. But I need to say it, they also see you as very gullible as well, easily manipulated, easily swayed. I'm not saying that you are in this way. Keep in mind, this is how they perceive you. But I think that this person thinks that they can get away with a lot of things if they are in a connection with you, as long as they compliment you, as long as they put on a happy face. You're not going to ask uncomfortable questions. Oh my God, the Seven of Swords, Lucrezia Borgia. Oh yeah. So confirmation of the fact that you're dealing with a very difficult person. I'm sorry, I had this, oh yeah, it might have sounded insensitive, but I was just, one hand, I'm happy that my suspicion is confirmed. On the other hand, I hate the fact that you're placed in this connection with somebody that is trying to manipulate you, with somebody that's trying to take something away from you without giving anything in return, thinking that they can take advantage of your optimism, your good luck, your open-hearted energy. Yeah. So that was my divinatory ego. I need to keep that in check, okay? So in order to empathize with these energies, the Borgias, you know, they're a very famous Italian family. They started off as you know, in a very lucrative, in a very let's support the arts, let's support religion, and then it completely devolved into power hungry games, and they made a very bad renown for themselves in history. We have here the Justice card blocked, so it's clearly an injustice that happened here. We have Ida B. Wells as well as the representative. Clearly a big injustice. You've been treated unfairly in this connection. Paradoxically, I have the feeling that your person feels that they are the wronged one. They are the one that was treated unfairly. Like you are the lucky person with lots of options who was trying to cheat on them or cheat them out of something. There's a lot of immature projections happening here, especially from your person onto you. I'm getting a sense that you're very fierce. I mean, you chose Kalima for a specific reason, right? You're fierce and you've been trying to actually tell this individual, watch out, because your ego is getting the best of you. Kali is the one that steps in to cut somebody's head off, symbolically representing detaching the self from the ego in order to help a person ascend to the next spiritual level. So she can be very fierce, but she's fierce for your own good and for the sake of the collective as well, because if you grow in awareness, so does the light in the world. The light in the world increases as we each do our own individual spiritual work. That's why it's so important to work on yourself. You're not only helping yourself, you're also helping the world. So no pressure. We also have here the Knight of Swords. And this is Wallace Simpson, famous for having taking the king away from his duties, from his kingly duties, and also helping Queen Elizabeth start her reign. So there could be something here whereby your person, struck by arrogance and ego, although they made it seem as if they are the victim, like you did something that provoked them into starting something with a third party. So again, it was your fault, it wasn't their fault. I'm getting that they are, at the moment, you know, very defensive. They perceive you as the one at fault, as the threat. They perceive you as being too harsh with them, when in reality, it's their own immaturity projected onto you and treating you unfairly. You could be a Libra, you could be a Sagittarius, and you are in a karmic connection with this person, I feel like Spirit has been giving you this individual in your life, in your mind, in your heart, in order to help you finally say, no, I'm not going to put up with this. To liberate yourself. To show some tough love. Show yourself self-respect and show the other person tough love. And don't be so worried about the fallout or the consequences of pushing this person away from you. Because I feel this is the lesson. This is what is needed in this case. You've been dealing with a person that saw you as their projection screen. And it's a moment of deep empowerment for you to be placed in this situation. To say no, a very clear, succinct, to the point, no, I'm not going to let you back. No, I'm not going to give you anything in exchange. I'm not going to share my energy with you. I'm not going to allow you into my body, into my world, because you have not been treating me in the way in which I deserve to be treated. And when you utter these words, when you have that thought, that is the moment when your self-respect is brought back up. You're coming into alignment. A pillar of light is activated within you. The wheel of fortune can spin again. I do need to say that as a Libra, you've been incredibly challenged by the very tough, traditional stoic forces of Pluto and Capricorn since 2008. So this has been a process that has been taking years. And at the same time, if you're a Sagittarius, the South Node conjunct your Sun, your Moon, potentially your Ascendant, has really been draining you of energy. Funneling out so much out of your life, out of your energy, out of your existence. You needing to deal with a lot of karmic partners, a lot of heaviness, tough decisions, separations. Heaviness, heaviness. Let's cleanse this energy, shall we? Just bring some fun into your life. It's all completing now. I think that you were drawn towards the heart, the carnelian, and I think for a moment I had that lapse in my memory. Because sometimes, you know, the brain shuts down things that are too painful for us. And I think that you needed to shut down your heart in order to deal with tough people in your life, people that were deceitful, people that were projecting their own wounding onto you, people that were taking things away from you and not giving you anything in return. And you were like blatantly noticing what they were doing and telling them this, and still they retaliated, still they didn't want to give you what was rightfully yours. Situations that were challenging your power. This person is not aware of you. They are in it for themselves. You're dealing with a very selfish individual. But it's not like a selfish and conscious person. A selfish and unconscious person. I feel that some of you might want to actually comment down below and say, no, actually he's not like that. Be mindful of who you are protecting. Are you protecting yourself in this connection, or are you having the other person's interests above your own? Thinking that that is love, when in reality it could be self-sabotage. I think just for a very small group of you, not everyone. I think the majority of you already have been feeling this. Your intuition was spiking up. You are protected though by Jupiter. I think maybe Jupiter in Pisces is waking you up to a lot of illusions in love. When Jupiter meets Neptune, which is happening this year, Neptune can create a very rosy colored picture, idealizing love for the sake of love. Pisceans tend to see the best in people because they see people at the soul level, not at a physical level. But people can have a very dark, nasty side. We all have a shadow self. And I think that you're waking up to this person's wholeness. You're seeing now their dark side as well as the light that you were initially attracted to. And Jupiter is liberating you. It's doing you a favor by helping you see these things. It's like a good parent or a good friend that is saying, look what is happening. Look how the pattern is playing out. Do you really want to struggle? Do you really want to suffer? Four of Cups, walking away from a situation. Boredom. Oh. You are not like this, but this person, this individual that I really don't like is seeing you as boring. They're seeing you as boring. They're already bored of the situation. They're already over it because you haven't given them the candy that they wanted. It's like this person is throwing a tantrum, a fit. Like, mommy, I want my candy. Why can't you give me my candy? And you're like, that candy is going to break your teeth and I'm going to have to take you to the dentist and it will be more pain for you. But I want my candy. That kind of a situation. Maybe this person has been harassing you with, I want sex from you. Why can't you give in to me? And you're like, no, please respect me. You know, at least you can talk nicely to me. And they're continuing with the maybe even verbal abuse, maybe ghosting, maybe trying to, I see an individual that is trying to like Skandenberg you, you know, like, but with words. Like they're trying to arm wrestle you, you know, like, you do what I say. And you give me what I want. And you're like, no. I'm even surprised you're still talking to this person. Some of you are still talking to this person. A block would have been necessary a long time ago. Wow. This energy is fierce. We have here the Keeper of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. So Sarah Breedlove. Breedlove. Her name is quintessential to this reading. You might be thinking that, oh, but no, I want to actually show this person light and forgiveness, you know. Indeed, but don't share your light with a person that is, how should I say, it's not your job to heal every romantic partner that appears in your life. You might be a healer. You could be an occult practitioner, but keep that energy for your clients. Or for the collective that you freely choose to give your energy with. I think in this situation, you would do well to just protect your energy. Because what I see here is that these are the two energies, your beginning reading and your end reading. Abundance, prosperity, financial security. But being in contact with this individual, so what is the sandwich energy in between these two gorgeous pillars of strength, stability, abundance, is a lot of drama. It's a lot of chaos. It's a lot of, I'm going to deceive you. I'm going to come at you aggressively. I'm going to get bored and look at my other options just to test you and to see how you react. I'm not going to treat you fairly because why should I, you know, when I can treat you poorly? And when I can see that you're not retaliating. I'm not saying you should retaliate, but this is just, I got a little bit sick in my stomach, to be honest. Okay, let's shift this energy. Let's shift it. I'm not gonna leave you like this. This is, I want to arm wrestle this person on your behalf, to be honest. So I'm going to burn some sage right now. Cleanse this energy. Huh? My beautiful group fours, you're such wonderful people. I honestly believe this. I can see it. I can feel it. On some level, I identify with your energy because I've been going through similar things as a Libra ascendant since 2008. Things not making sense, people behaving in emotional, instinctual, mean ways just because they can. Challenging your capacity to be abundant, challenging your inner strength. But this was Spirit's way of showing you who you really are, what you're made of, and how you can retaliate from a place of love, from a place of compassion, but nonetheless, sometimes needing to be cruel to be kind, speaking your truth. I feel that the moment when you actually speak your truth, so you don't have to insult this person, you don't have to shout back or hit back or steal from them or get bored on them or cheat on them. You just tell them what you see about them. You just say, you're projecting your dramas onto me, and I'm not going to put up with this. Or, I'm having a really good day today, I'm making my own money, things are good. Why do you need to come at me with this violence? So just making the other person aware of what is happening will not only put you in a position of deep power, but it will also restore your peace. And it will teach the other person a lesson. Because I think that you're working as a psychological mirror screen. It's interesting because group 1 was doing the other way around. Group 1 was the mirror to the crew that have chosen that option. And for you, you are the mirror. I have something stuck in my teeth. Something is stuck in your energy. This person is stuck in your energy. And I think I'm filming this under a current Venus retrograde in Capricorn. I think this retrograde is going to help you finally unstick that pin. Unstick that sword in your back. Take it out. Crumble whatever foundation you are trying to build with this person and rise up in justice. I've unblocked the justice for you in this reading. Your final card is the Keeper of Pentacles. You will be so prosperous. There's so much money coming in that, you know what, it will make it feel like, sure, fine, keep challenging me, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to entertain this energy, and it doesn't mean that I will actually end up losing from the situation. On the contrary, I feel that the other person will be the impoverished one because they refuse to grow. So being cruel to be kind. Not the best kind of energy, I need to say it, but under the current tough Saturnian sky, I was expecting a little bit something of a rough ride in certain readings. Don't worry, we're cleansing it, okay? Keep in mind, energy is constantly shifting. Nothing is forever. Nothing is in the same taka-taka kind of way. Even though a transit could last for a very long time, it eventually ends. Opposition, balance. Yeah, see, Libra energy again. And the keywords are relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, call out. You are supposed to call out these people's BS left and right. And through this process, uncomfortable as it is, see, I can't even speak it, it's so annoying. You're meant to understand what a truth speaker you are. I feel a lot of you had to overcome pain in order to be able to speak up on your behalf. But you're slowly showing the world you are not a social pleaser. You are not a doormat. You are nice, but you can also be feisty when the situation requires it. Just like the two faces of Kali Ma and the goddess Durga in Hindu mythology. You can be fierce when the situation requires it, and protective, and scary, and intimidating. And then you calm down, and you're nurturing, you're maternal, you're loving, you're devoted, and committed. Opposition, light and dark. We have here Pluto, transformation. Yeah, Pluto has really been drilling you. It's been transforming you, and I hear they've been transforming you. So I think it's not only this person, but the accumulation of all the personal experiences that you have been having since 2008 is now finally coming to a completion with this Venus retrograde. God bless. I'm so happy to give you this good news right now. I can feel the relief. It's over. It's over. With this person, kaput. This was the final test. The keywords I see here are renewal, inner resources, basic instinct. That's what you had to fight with. People's basic instinct, the demonic aspect in each of us. Motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. So on some level, I think your attraction to this person either was an obsession that you were feeling up until the moment when you were able to integrate the lesson, and then you're going to be cleared of this obsession, which is happening right now. or you created an obsession in the other person because they refused to open their heart and they came at you time and time again with reason, but like a cutthroat kind of reason, a reason that is not at all colored beautifully by the light of compassion. So in the end, it is better to be cruel than to be kind in order to help this person grow and in order to protect yourself. Final card that I have for you, I want to pull another card. I asked for one, and spirit is abundant. Of course, there's so much abundance coming in your life, my love. Now that you've passed that test, sanctuary, you're retreating into yourself. It's like, I've had enough. You're getting a really beautiful beauty sleep in your oasis, away from the madness of the world. As you're doing this, paradoxically, as you're slumbering, you're awakening. We have here attraction, beginning, newness, communing. So there is somebody out there meant for you, and you will meet them exactly when you're emerging from your beauty rest. Sleeping Beauty, that legend, I think pertains very well to you in this period. So take time to rest. No stress, no drama. You've been through it all. You've been through a lot. You've been through the ringer. You deserve some yummy rest. It's like you finished the race. You've won. Rest. Take a holiday. And await for your reward, okay? They're making your trophy. So we have here togetherness, loyalty, fellowship, and bonding. Rely on your friends and your family, on online communities. Play some computer games. Eat something nice. Go and visit relatives if you can, you know? Take care of your pets. Do things that are replenishing for yourself just because you like to do them with no specific outcome. And watch as the universe is going to give you exactly the partner that is meant for you. You had to claim your liberation. You had to be strong before the universe can make you loving. But you're going to get something so beautiful. I feel like crying. This has been such an emotional reading. I hope you have enjoyed that group 4. Yeah, let me know how you get on. Let me know if this resonated. And I hope to see you in my next one. Get some rest, okay? Bye.